Hi, I'm Matt Hebert, and this is Trailer Talk, where each episode will feature a new collection of trailers, teasers, and previews of upcoming movies, TV, and more. So put it in park and take a load off with Trailer Talk.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
That's a 20-footer.
25. He's trying to manipulate us.
Keep your distance. He's dangerous.
If you're there just to win the prize, you're missing the point of science fiction.
You're perfectly safe.
That's safe?
Put some clothes on, will ya? We're going for custard.
Hi, and welcome back to Trailer Talk. Unfortunately, this week I sound like I've been backed over a couple of 2-3 times, but that's okay, because this week starts our old home tour with my very first Trailer Talk guest. This man is very important to me. He's taught me everything I know about sarcasm and 70s and 80s movies. We're going to welcome my oldest brother, David Hebert. Welcome to the trailer.
Thank you, Matt. Very glad to be here.
Well, we're in the trailer, so let's talk. How's the stay at mom and dad's going so far?
Well, we're only a day in, so I don't want to put a grade on it yet, but things are going very well.
The hostage situation continues. And tonight we're going to kick things off with the throwback. So tonight's throwback is a movie that you made a big part of our childhood and one that I really enjoy. It is from 1975, which means technically it's even older than you.
It's a lot older than me, Matt. At least 3 years, at least.
So tonight, our throwback is Jaws from June 20th, 1975. Let's check out the trailer.
There is a creature alive today who has survived millions of years of evolution without change, without passion, and without logic. It lives to kill. A mindless eating machine. It will attack and devour anything. It is as if God created the devil and gave him jaws. This is Universal's extraordinary motion picture version of Peter Benchley's best-selling novel, Jaws.
I just found out that a girl got killed here last week. And you knew it. You knew there was a shark out there. You knew it was dangerous. But you let people go swimming anyway.
You yell barracuda. Everybody says, huh? What? You yell shark. We've got a panic on our hands on the 4th of July.
Is it true that most people get attacked by sharks in 3 feet of water, about 10 feet from the beach?
Yeah. What we are dealing with here is a perfect engine, an eating machine. We're not only going to have to close the beach, we're going to have to hire somebody to kill the shark.
Bad fish. But I'll catch him and kill him.
Did you hear your father? Out of the water now!
This shark, swallow you whole.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
That's a 20-footer.
25. 3 tons of them.
Hurry up, he's coming straight for us. Don't screw it up now. Don't wait for me. Now! Shoot!
fantasies of evil can compare with the reality of Jaws. Roy Scheider, Robert Shaw, Richard Dreyfuss, Jaws. See it before you go swimming.
Yeah, I think we're going to need a bigger show.
I think you're going to need to stop making those jokes.
So
let's get the elephant or the shark in the room out of the way. By today's standards, probably even by those by 1975 standards, this shark isn't great. It's a clunky mechanical shark that's so obvious in some scenes that it's laughable. But that's almost beside the point. Do you know how long the shark is actually on camera in Jaws in a 2-hour and 7-minute movie? It's on camera for a total of 4 minutes.
Which is almost as long as this trailer.
Which is almost as long as this trailer, that's right. So, I mean, you talk about awesome tension building, fear of the unknown, incredible character development. I mean, Robert Shaw alone is like worth the price of admission. Yeah. I could just watch him monologue for 2 hours. The man versus beast element, this is one of the greatest movies ever made, and it's probably my favorite movie. This is not one of the greatest trailers ever made. It's uneven, it's clumsy, it's heavy-handed. It's like the stupid mechanical shark. I mean, that bit with the narration, go swimming before you see the movie, or see the movie before you go swimming. It's terrible. And on top of all that, there's really bad science and theology in the narration at the beginning. It's an awful trailer for a great movie, which makes it twice as bad.
Yeah, well, I think we're going to do it then.
We're going to do it.
This week's Trailer Trash.
Trailer Trash.
All right. All right, our next trailer is Ghoul. It's a Netflix original series that premieres for streaming August 24th. It appears to be some kind of paranormal thriller. Let's check out the trailer.
Highest scorer, consistently top performer भी. But going beyond your duty जो तुमने country के लिए sacrifice किया है.
Seditious literature है, जो आप कर रहे हो वो गुनाह है राष्ट्रद्रोह.
तुम्हारे अब्बू को पकड़वाने में जो तुमने हमारी मदद की है, वो सारे civilians और officers के लिए brave example है.
Thank you, sir.
इन सब में मुझे एक confession और चाहिए. अल सईद अल याकूब.
नाम और उम्र बताओ. नाम.
बोल.
गले लगाए बताए. बार-बार एक ही बात दोहरा रहा है. काम मुकम्मल होगा ऐसा कुछ. गुनाह का एहसास दिलाकर गुनहगार को निगल जाओ.
आपको कैसे?
All right, now it appears to be some kind of weird, all Indian, maybe adult Stranger Things, but with like a religious theme and a creepy prison backdrop. I really don't know what's going on.
I think this looks fairly intriguing. There's a lot of layering going on. I was interested when it seemed like it was just going to be about sort of this interrogator throwing her dad under the bus for seditious talk, and then they throw in this, what for me was sort of, I did not see that coming twist at the end with the monster. I think the challenge with a show like this is the writers knowing where it's going. I think a show's like Lost in the American Office that I loved when they started, and then it was clear they were sort of like just riffing and they weren't sure how they were going to end it. Great stories end, and I think that's the trick with a show like this, is knowing where are we taking this and how are we going to wrap up this story.
Oh, it's a lot more insightful than what I had to say.
Well, I am your older brother.
We'll check this out, and it is streaming on Netflix, so we'll see what happens. All right, we're going to keep things moving with another foreign film, this one with a brighter family feel. It's called Ya Veremos, or We'll See, and it comes out August 31st.
¿Por qué siempre llaman tú y mamá?
Porque hay una cosa en la vida que se llaman prioridades, y tu mamá todavía no entiende eso.
No digas groserías enfrente de Santi.
Ay. Sí, papá. No digas groserías enfrente de mí.
Traidor. Santi, ¿estás viendo bien?
Sí, ¿tú?
Lo que sucede es que hay presión elevada sobre tus nervios ópticos y esto ha estado disminuyendo gradualmente tu campo visual.
¿Qué significa eso?
En la mitad de los casos se cura completamente con la operación.
¿En la otra mitad?
Pérdida total de la vista. ¿Por qué no piensas en algo que tengas muchas ganas de hacer? Lo que tú quieras y ya después la operación.
Yo quisiera que estemos los tres juntos.
Tiene una lista de cosas que quiere hacer y pues quiere hacerlas con nosotros.
¡Mamá! Chango, ¿dónde está la lista? Uy, un montón de cosas. Bueno, ¿con qué quieres empezar? No sé cómo les puede gustar esto. Santi se pinta el pelo si tú te lo pintas también.
¡Casi no me voy!
¡Dale vuelta! Podrías mentir.
Ya no quiero verte nada. No puedo creerte nada.
Me da mucho gusto que hayas venido.
Vine por Santi y solo por Santi.
Ya veremos. Pase lo que pase, todo va a estar bien, te lo prometo.
Ya veremos. ¿Y tú qué horas traes, papá Pitufo?
Well, this looks like a much fresher take on the let's get mom and dad back together story. Certainly better than Liar Liar.
Or Parent Trap.
Oh, well, yeah, that's a more classic take.
Yeah.
What'd you think?
You know, I think this is not going to sound terribly complimentary, but I think it looks perfectly fine. And I actually don't mean that to sound as bad as it probably does. The acting, I think, really comes, I mean, even not understanding or not being fluent in Spanish, I feel like the acting comes through very clearly. The story's clearly touching. I mean, I have kids now, so kid stuff kind of gets to me.
Yeah,
I'm not sure that I would, put this toward the top of my list to go see, but it looks like, for what it is, a very well-done movie.
Yeah, I agree. I think this probably comes across as very American-centric, but I haven't seen a Spanish language film that seems to have this bright of production and actually like a big budget feel to it. So that's probably ignorant of me to say, but I mean it as a compliment. So go check it out August 31st. And now for a Halloween season family adventure. The House with a Clock in Its Walls comes out September 21st. Hey, just in time for your birthday.
All right, okay, enough with the birthday stuff.
Let's go to the trailer.
Last stop. Lewis, I'm your Uncle Jonathan.
Are you wearing a robe?
It's a kimono. Here we are. Home sweet home.
You're Lewis, I presume. How was your trip?
This old hag is my neighbor.
I'm relieved to see you didn't inherit your uncle's freakishly oversized head.
My God, did that withered purple skeleton just speak? You'll see, it's quite different here. Have a look around. You're perfectly safe.
That's safe?
As long as it's fed. Do you know what a warlock is, Lewis?
A boy witch.
I think they're a little more than boy witches.
Are you saying that you're a warlock? Please teach me, please, please.
Okay, have it your way. I can give you the right books, teach you the right spells, but that last 1%, that's up to you.
I don't want the creepy little runt.
Think I want him?
Lucky shot.
You've told Lewis everything?
Well, not everything.
Do you hear them ticking?
This house used to be owned by another warlock.
He's very wicked, very powerful.
He left a hidden clock in the walls. We don't know what it does, except something horrible. Three gongs. Last time it was 4. What happens when it gets down to 1?
Nothing good, that's for certain.
We have to destroy the clock. So creepy.
You can't do this alone. I can help you. You want to see some real magic? I'll show you.
Shall we?
God, I hate pumpkins.
Did you see that?
All right, I don't want to seem like a party pooper, but this just seems like another excuse for Jack Black to go while he's casting spells. Do you think your kids would like it?
I think my kids would like it. I think it's one of those movies that most kids would like. I guess I apply a very simple metric when it comes to trailers, and that is, do they make me want to see the movie? And no, this one doesn't. In fact, after watching it, I feel like I've seen the movie.
Yeah.
It pretty much showed me everything. I mean, it ticks all the Harry Potter, Matilda, Hugo sort of boxes, but it's just, like you said, let's have Jack Black do what Jack Black does. Let's have Cate Blanchett be weird. We'll have a kind of a cute kid in there, and movie. It doesn't do it for me.
It's kind of a remake of Goosebumps with more Jack Black. All right, Operation Finale continues Oscar Isaac's winning streak. When this post-World War II drama, he and more Israeli nationals are trying to catch up with escaped Nazis after the Holocaust in South America. This comes out August 29th.
May I ask you something?
I'm not in a position to refuse.
Is it true you called the camps liquidation machines?
Everyone used flippant terms for dirty work.
To make us seem like animals.
We're all animals. Some of us just have bigger teeth than others.
Welcome to Argentina.
We have our guy, Adolf Eichmann.
The architect of the final solution?
We should be putting him down like a mad dog. I would happily put a bullet in between his eyes, but that's not what we're doing here. This is strictly catch and extract.
Eichmann will stand trial here in Israel.
My job was simple. Save the country I love from being destroyed. Is your job any different?
There is a problem with the flight.
This is a country full of ex-Nazis.
They're all over the city.
Whom did we take from you, Peter? Whom did you lose?
We lost 6 million.
I'm asking about you.
He's trying to manipulate us.
Keep your distance. He's dangerous.
For the first time in our history, we will judge our executioner. For the sake of the world, do not fail.
Start the engine.
They'll say my death is justice. That makes my life worth 6 million people you lost. We're all animals.
This looks like an awesome story with an awesome cast.
Yeah, Ben Kingsley's pretty much great in everything he does, and I'm intrigued by him playing with this what's right and what's wrong notion. Although, I hope they don't go too far with that because it's pretty unequivocal. Nazis are wrong.
Yeah,
So,
the Holocaust is bad.
Right, and the Holocaust was bad. So I think it looks intriguing. There's probably, it suggests there's enough elements of action, but it not being sort of an over the top, Transformers Dark Side of the Moon kind of thing, where that wouldn't really fit into the story. I would see this. This makes me want to see it.
Yeah, no, a lot of the drama in this one seems to be from the subtlety. So check it out, August 29th. Okay, White Boy Rick has been a legend in Detroit since the 80s crack epidemic. He was even featured as lyrics in the Kid Rock song Back from the Dead. Lucky guy. Too bad he's still in jail. Do you think it's White Man Rick now?
Oh boy.
With Matthew McConaughey and Bruce Dern, how could this movie not be more ridiculous? It comes out everywhere September 21st.
How come we stay, Dad?
Detroit. Son, lion don't leave the Serengeti. And besides, it's gonna be our year. I can feel it.
You realize you're the worst father ever.
I'm not gonna let you ruin your life, Don. No drugs in the house.
Everything's fine.
Not fine.
You're fine, Ma's fine. Don, you're fine.
You're gonna let her talk to you?
I'm going to the goddamn house. Ray, stay out of it. Put some clothes on, will ya? We're going for custard.
Y'all know who my dad is, right? Y'all know what he sell?
Hey, I know your broke ass daddy. What you said your name was?
Rick.
Hey, white boy Rick.
You got some balls coming here like you did. You should come out of skating roll sometime, but not like this. Look like you robbed a Kmart or something.
You good, Rick. You wanna move weight? You come to me.
My dad finds this, he'll kick my ass.
Just make sure he doesn't find it then. Break it down, the dime rocks. Get yourself a crew and offload it. Before long, people know you're legit.
It's Ricky. He won.
You're gonna get in too deep, and then they're never gonna let you out.
You talk, I'll know.
8 pounds, 14 ounces. That's what you weighed when you were born. First time I looked in your eyes, I knew you were gonna be bigger than me. I knew your life was gonna be bigger than mine.
Look at this, Dad. Look how we're living. Let's hustle big. I know the players, and I know the game. Hey, come on, Dad. I can do this. And we can do this. We can fix our lives and be a family again. What do you say?
Ask yourself this. Would you believe a 15-year-old kid was working for the federal government?
But he was.
Whoa!
Hey.
What? You all got him?
Yeah, I don't think this movie's as peppy as the trailer makes it feel.
I would agree, although I did get a laugh out of Matthew McConaughey yelling, "Put on your clothes, we're going to get custard."
Yeah.
I think you're probably right. That I didn't know this story until seeing the trailer,
really
and reading a little
me.
about it, and yes, really surprised you. I'm not sure what that says about me, but it's a really depressing tale and sort of a travesty of justice. What's happened to this guy?
Yeah, I agree. It looks interesting nonetheless. Check it out, September 21st. All right, so we're going to keep the train rolling with a big nerd fest. Science fair looks like the Big Bang Theory came to life. It comes out September 14th.
The winner in the category of medicine and health sciences,
Making it to ISA, that's like the big thing. You kind of have that status of being in like the group.
I would say that a lot of people are jealous of me.
On deadlines, I'm awful. I wait until the deadline to start working.
I listen to trap music and classical music.
Pass it up. Blast it up full volume.
I actually don't listen to classical music that much. I just listen to mostly trap.
You're not going to cure cancer, you're going to prevent cancer.
Yes.
If you're there just to win the prize, you're missing the point of science fair.
You enter into this new kind of world I didn't even know kind of existed.
It's one of the best weeks of my life, like every time I go there.
Ela tem sonho realmente de sair, de crescer. E eu acredito que se eles ganharem lá, as portas talvez vão se abrir.
I'm gonna be so proud when one of my kids win a Nobel Prize, because they will.
It's so simple.
Finalists from 78 countries, regions, and territories around the world.
You can think of it as the Olympics of science fair.
We ain't going nowhere till the end of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the most impressive. I plan on shaking the planet until I'm convalescent. If I could just achieve and not just make believe like anybody else is gonna create what only I can. So simple. Simple as 1, 2, 3.
Winning will change your life in ways that you don't even comprehend.
Welcome to Los Angeles.
Today's like the judging day. So we're gonna get judged for what, like 6 hours today? I don't know.
Well, I think this looks like a lot of fun, but also intriguing, and that I'd like to see what actual hard science these kids present in the documentary. There's a lot of really cutting-edge science like graphene, quantum entanglement, maybe getting these kids a new dating app.
Yeah, you know, I think there's a couple things that jumped out at me. I hadn't even really thought about that. I think that makes it even more intriguing. That's a great point. The things that had jumped out at me were maybe a look at American exceptionalism, sort of the view that of confidence and the idea of being really good at things, and these kids truly are, but how does that sort of intersect with where a lot of American kids are these days anyway? Yeah. The other piece is them weaving in these elements of, and be curious to see how much of it is hyped up, but these elements of them partying, and I'm sure there's, you know, relationship building going on, to put it mildly, and to put it vaguely or indirectly, but that even amongst these sort of super elite of, you know, the smartest kids in America and even the world, people are people, and they all sort of have the same interests, they have the same passions, drive, they have the same vices. I think it could be kind of a fun and eye-opening and maybe even occasionally disturbing watch.
Yeah, so check it out. Well, you know what? This was a lot of fun. Thank you very much for being my very first guest. Yeah, as always, I'm Matt Hebert. This is my brother David Hebert. Be sure to catch us next week for the conclusion of the Old Home Tour here on Trailer Talk.